Hello everyone, bonjour tout le monde. We just came out from an excellent meeting with Premier Fury and Minister O'Regan. It was an opportunity to really catch up on all the incredible work we and our teams have been able to do over the past many months. The leaning in on so many different files, the alignment, the collaboration, the partnerships, and the commitment to the people of Newfoundland and Labrador and to all Canadians that we've been able to put at the forefront of all of our relationships has been really exciting over the past months and resulted in an absolutely outstanding meeting today. I have to say one of my highlights of the meeting was actually being able to thank Alison personally and directly, Dr. Alison Fury, for her leadership during a very difficult time when she stepped up like so many others and helped out people across the country. It was a really important thing. It is, as always, an incredible pleasure to be back in Newfoundland and Labrador, and it always feels like coming home because I have so many good friends here. But one of the things over the years you've heard me say many different ways, many different times, is that the federal government, particularly this federal government, will always be there as a friend and a partner for Newfoundland and Labrador. We will be there through the difficult times. We will be there to build a strong and prosperous future for all Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. We've worked for a number of months on some really big issues together, including the issue of Muskrat Falls. And on that front, I can announce that we've landed agreements with the government of Newfoundland and Labrador that will ensure financial sustainability of the project while protecting people from major electricity increases. There's always more work to be done, but we're confident that this agreement is a big step in the right direction. During our meeting, we also talked about the importance of supporting families with affordable, accessible, high-quality childcare, and that's part of the announcement we'll be making later this afternoon as well. And on that, this afternoon, we will be taking questions from media and revealing more information on it, but it was really important as well that we ensure that everyone properly understands the details of what we've been able to work out, which is why there is a technical briefing for media in the next half hour or so that will allow you to have a full understanding of the various agreements that have been reached and how it is all about setting Newfoundlanders and Labradorians on the right path for the long term, for a strong and prosperous future, and that all of Canada will stand with all of you as we move into a brighter future beyond COVID, towards net zero and towards shared prosperity for all of us. C'est toujours un grand plaisir d'être ici, particulièrement avec Andrew. On a des grosses choses à annoncer dans quelques heures, mais je suis très content de pouvoir être ici avec toi, Andrew, et je te passe la parole, évidemment.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Today is indeed an historic day for Newfoundland and Labrador. And I want to thank you, Prime Minister, for taking the time to come here today and have such an incredible meeting. This is what Canada should be: collaboration, federal partners, working with provincial partners to create a strong, prosperous future, not just for the people of Newfoundland and Labrador, but indeed the country. When we work together, we are all stronger. We are all better. And this today is an example of that collaboration. My friends, you know, Muskrat Falls has been the #1 issue facing Newfoundlanders and Labradorians now for well over a decade. Everywhere I've gone across this beautiful province, it is the pervasive issue. Whether it's a new mother or a retiree, a pensioner, they all ask, what are we going to do about Muskrat Falls? Will my rates actually double? I can't afford it. I can't afford childcare. I can't afford to pay an extra $200, $300 a month on my electricity bill. When I reached out to the Prime Minister and through Dominic LeBlanc and Minister O'Regan and expressed these concerns, they knew right away that this would affect the bottom line of each and every one of you. And as a result, we landed on a deal today that I know is a big day for Newfoundland and Labrador, and we'll finally get the muskrat off our back. We all know the significance of this day. The fact that, over a decade ago, this project was sanctioned at $6.2 billion with a 5-year timeline. We don't need to revisit what happened, but it certainly has spiraled from there. But this deal will allow the confidence and the comfort for that single mom, that pensioner, to know that not only will your rates not double, we will not hit the point at which elasticity kicks in and there will be rate shock. There will be more details about that in this afternoon's announcement and in the technical briefing. But I had to tell you that I'm so proud to be standing here today on behalf of all of you to be your premier for this particular day in Newfoundland and Labrador's history. I have to thank the Prime Minister for his hard work and efforts on this. Minister O'Regan, of course, for your relentless, ruthless participation in such a tough negotiation, representing each and every one of you at the negotiating table. I notice in the crowd there are members of the negotiating team. When I took over just under a year ago, this was the top priority that I wanted to focus on, and I realized by putting NALCOR and Government of Newfoundland and Labrador together collaboratively, instead of fighting each other, working together, we could have a top-notch negotiating team, and that's what we did. And I can't thank Brendan Paddock enough for leading that negotiating team. Thank you, Mr. Paddock and the team behind me. So, of course, this is a fiscal and financial deal that will let us dream bigger, bolder, and move forward for what we know can be a solid path towards a sustainable future for Newfoundland and Labrador. I look forward to talking about it more at the next meeting, which is also in the next announcement, which will also let us dream big and allow families to reach their full potential. But today, remember where you were today when we landed on a deal to get muskrat off our backs. Thank you very much.